To all you white people who won't buy Sho Baraka's album because he uses the word nigger and that offends you, may I simply come to you and say that I pray you don't allow your legalism concerning the name your culture personally branded his with to choke his art the same way you have his potential, and for the same reason. He is black. Yeah, the outside of your cup is clean, but the inside is brimming full of cherry cordial racism that your mama spoon-fed you since you came out the womb, which makes it right. Hand-me-down hats, hankies, and hate, a southern tradition of comfort. Comfortable racism because the cheetahs on the ark didn't marry the jaguars. Duh. And obviously the holes in your animal kingdom theology don't really bother you because your worldview is purely primal. Self-survival. Because if you ever happen to mention to your rivals that your porcelain daughter married a brother, your life would be over. Let's face it. I mean, it's not that you're racist. You have a black friend that's never seen the inside of your house or your heart, but he's your friend. You've greeted him in public a few times. He's your friend. He's your buddy. I mean, you wouldn't ever invite him over because you wouldn't want to muddy the waters. He's your friend. You'll give him advice, but you'd never take it. He's your friend. And of course your culture is inherently Christian because your color is coherently white. That effectively dismisses every color of Christian, and I've called it white supremacy, but you call it the good life. And you don't drink, smoke, or play with other men's wives, at least not in front of Sunday school. And that's all that matters, that you get to play manhood at church. Your wife knows you're a tool. I mean, but she's doing it too, sipping the Kool-Aid. And who can blame her? I mean, white men used to preach this stuff behind the pulpit in the old days. And now they preach it in Walmart on 4. Cold gaze, fortune tellers. They know why you're buying a pregnancy test. They know better. I mean, just look at the color of your skin. It's different from them, which automatically means that they know your life story and could probably predict your future. Just ask them. Or better yet, don't. No, you probably don't have to. Because their little smile says it all. And they'll go back to their church halls. 99% white folk falling down, asking God to heal their town. I mean, thank God racism isn't still around. We're happy as clowns in this makeshift reality. Honk our noses, pull down our pants, and it still is not hitting home for these. Because poor sweet Susie down the block from old Bill's mom's uncle's carpenter's shop went out with a young man who did not carry within him the exact same amount of melanin as she did. And she's on the church-wide prayer list. And we're praying for divine intervention. Because truthfully, we'd set her up with a white rapist before we'd consider a black evangelist. Yeah, I said that. I mean, it's not that we're racist. That's a thing of the past. We love black people. We just subconsciously think most of them are trash. And if they're dressed nice, then they're uppity. Trash. I mean, it's not like Christ died to unite us. First Adam's sin and second Adam's blood sure don't bind us. I mean, it's easy. It's black and white, right? Black and white. The words written in the holy, infallible book promising death to those who misrepresent its words, which are life, black and white. You want black and white? Our sin is black as night in Christ, the firstborn from among the dead. He, oh he alone, is white. I have never seen a more ungodly sight than me presented as the bride of Christ. Because I know me. I know me. And this I promise. I'm not white. You tell that girl she's going to kiss her family goodbye if she kisses that boy one more time. Turn her back on what could possibly be God's divine design to cater to your unjustified prejudice as you unconsciously malign whatever benign young man happened to fall in love with a daughter of your Baptist clan. Yeah, I said that too. I mean, it's not like those words were ever spoken to me. It's not like my heart ever broke over the reality of breaking a man's pride over something simultaneously ageless and petty. Because let's face it, I'm cashing in daily on a legacy of a culture in love with skinny white women. And I'm one of them. I've thrown the stones, I've loved to hate, I've been scared of the very things that made people beautiful. I gravitate toward things that look like me because I'm scared I've been doing it wrong and refuse to face reality. But I'd like to take my part in the blame and ask forgiveness for centuries of blind hate. Because men like Morgan Freeman, propaganda, and Dr. Martin Luther King can't be wrong. You can't own people. And I will no longer allow others to bear the burden of my insufficiencies as a person. I'm sorry. Shout out to virtuous men like Sho Baraka, transforming culture one rhyme at a time. Yeah, I put you on the island. But this is me, building a bridge.